Hi guys, how are you doing? Today I'm going to be talking to you about a very important topic, which is how to apply for your tourist visa, also known as Visa C, to UK, Ireland, and the Schengen region, because these countries share similar requirement when it comes to applying for tourist visa, and they also assess their tourist visa in similar fashion. If you have the tourist visa to UK, this will enable you to travel 4 countries in the United Kingdom, which include England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. If you have the tourist visa to Ireland, this will enable you to travel to the Republic of Ireland solely. And if you have the tourist visa to the Schengen region, this will enable you to travel 26 countries in the Schengen region, which include France, Holland, Poland, Norway, Finland, Sweden, Portugal, and so on and so forth. And if you also have a valid Schengen visa, you can also travel 4 more countries in Europe, which are Croatia, Romania, Bulgaria, and Cyprus. And with a valid Schengen visa or UK visa or Ireland visa, you can secure yourself an electronic visa to Turkey. A quick disclaimer, I'm not an immigration lawyer, but this video will likely be based on my personal experience, And if you are applying for your tourist visa, you should have 2 things at the back of your mind. The first one is, the immigration officer will treat every applicant as a potential immigrant. So the onus is on you as an applicant to prove the immigration officer otherwise. And the second one is, you have a limited right of appeal if you're applying for a tourist visa, because it's not a right but a privilege. Okay, so this video of today is going to be in 3 phases. The first phase will be talking to you about the documents needed to apply for a tourist visa. The second phase will talk to you about what the documents should entail, while the third phase will talk to you about how your application is likely to be assessed by an immigration officer. Let's go to the first phase, which is the documents you'll be needing to apply for your tourist visa, okay? The first document on my list is application form. Second document is your passport photograph. Third document is employment letter. The fourth document is bank account. Fifth document, payslip. The sixth document is your itinerary, which are your hotel bookings and your flight reservation. The sixth document is your medical insurance. Seventh document is the international passport. Eighth document is marriage certificate. And the ninth document, which is the last document, is any proof of property ownership, such as C of O. To the second phase, which is what those documents I just mentioned, what they should entail. Okay, so your application form should be filled in block letters with black ink, and you can also type it if you want to. And it should be duly signed by yourself. Your international passport should have 6-month validity before your departure date, with 2 blank pages for visa. Your international passport should have 6-month validity before your departure date and 2 blank pages for visa. Your medical insurance, you should have a medical insurance that have medical coverage of 30,000. If you want to get your medical insurance, you should check with the embassy you're applying to, because not all medical insurance are accepted by every embassy. Now, your passport photograph should be taken under white background with different size, because before you take your passport photograph, consult with the embassy you're applying to, because they have different sizes that each embassy will require. So please do consult with the embassy you're applying to before you snap your passport photograph. Your bank account, most embassies require you to have a 3 to 6 months bank account printed out, with your account balance clearly showing. And a quick one, let me tell you, because this is a very important part when you're applying for your visa. If you're a salary earner and you are presenting your salary account, please do make sure that the amount you claim you're earning always reflect on your account every month end, say like 28, 29, 30, from the company you claim that you are working with. Okay? For example, if you say you are working with 2G and 2G company and you're earning 100,000 naira, the 100,000 naira should be reflecting on your bank account every month and paid in by 2G and 2G company. Okay? But if you are presenting, if you are self-employed and you are not presenting a salary account, you might not really need to have a fixed amount of money coming to your account, because they know that the money coming to account will depend on how well you do for that month. So that might not really need you to have a fixed amount of money coming to account. And please do not avoid having a lump sum of money deposited in your account. Because if you have an unexplained lump sum of money deposited in your account, the immigration officer might think that you want to obtain visa by false pretense. You might have the immigration officer think that maybe the money is given to you by your family member for the purpose of your visa application, and your visa might be denied on these grounds. Okay? Hotel reservation, you should have your hotel reservation. That will show the immigration officer that you have where to stay when you get to the country you are traveling to. But if you have somebody inviting you to the country you are traveling to, you might not necessarily have to book the hotel, because if the person is putting forward his list of agreement, and the person can write that you are staying with him or her, so you might not need to book an hotel. And your flight reservation will show the immigration officer your travel plans. Will show the immigration officer when you plan to leave your country of residence and when you plan to come back to your country of residence. So please have your flight bookings available as well. The next document that you should have for yourself is your marriage certificate. This is not applicable to every applicant. It's only applicable to applicants that are married. You might need to present your marriage certificate and the birth certificate of every child you have. And you might need to have your employment letter as well. If you are employed under an organization, your employment letter stating how much you're earning and when you started working with that company. And you might also need to have a letter from a company stating that you are on leave, or you are on, they are sending you on a business trip or what have you, stating the time your leave is due and stating the time you are expected back at work. Your employer should state the time that your leave is due and state the time you are expected back at work. Okay? If you are using a sponsor, that is, somebody is sending you an invitation from the country you are traveling to, the person needs to provide certain documents. Okay? The person will need to provide his or her passport, his or her residency status. It depends. Maybe the person is a citizen or the person is a residency holder. The person will prove their legal status in that country. The person will need to have their bank account sent to you. The person might need to have their list of agreements sent to you. The person will need to have also their payslip sent to you. But I really don't advise people to use sponsors, because if you use a sponsor, then your application might be looked at in two ways. They will first check the financial status of your sponsor, and they also check your financial status to know that you are coming back to your country of residence. Okay. So the third phase of my video, which is going to talk about how your visa is likely to be assessed by the immigration officer. Okay. So your visa is likely to be assessed on three different grounds. The first one is travel history, although this is always downplayed by immigration officer, but trust me, it is there. They might assess you on your travel history, based on your travel history. They will definitely assess you based on your financial capability. And the third one is they will assess you based on your tie to your country of residence. Now, the first one, which is your travel history. Once the immigration officer pick up a passport, the immigration officer will be able to tell where you've traveled to and how well you've used your visa over the past few years. If you have a previous visa to UK, Ireland, Schengen, America, Japan, you will stand the chance of getting visas to every other country, because they will believe that these are good countries, and for you to visit those countries, you kept to your visa condition and return back to your country. Definitely, maybe you have something doing in your country, that's why you return. So this will give them a kind of trust in you that, okay, this person is really doing well for himself in his home country. So that was why he returned back to his home country. So your application is likely to be assessed based on that ground. The second one is your financial capability. They will look at the amount you're earning a month. Can you afford traveling with the amount you're earning a month? They'll look at your bank, your balance, your account balance. With your account balance, they can tell if you are financially capable for that trip. Now, the third one is your tie to your country of residence. You have two types of tie. You have married tie, family tie, and you have job tie. Okay? Married tie or family tie is, are you married? Do you have a wife? Do you have children in your country of residence? Because they'll believe that if you are married and you have children, parent in your country of residence, you might likely not abscond when you get there, because you have responsibility to take care of in your home country. So on that note, they might feel that you will probably return back to your country of residence. And the second one is your tie. If you have a good paying job in your country of residence, they might want to believe that you might not want to leave that job for anything, and you might want to return to your country of residence. Okay, so this is the end of my video for today.